Hey guys, welcome to the Field of 68 YouTube channel. If you like what you see here, hit that subscribe button and you'll get more college basketball content just like this. We know what Kentucky is, right? And we know how good they can be. We've seen their ceiling. Auburn is one of these teams, Jeff, that the metrics love, and they haven't necessarily put together the kind of resume that would justify where their metrics are. Another team in the same boat as that is Alabama. Metrics love them. They haven't necessarily
Love
put
them.
together a resume that is deserving of being top 10 in Ken Palm, and I think they're way up there in the net as well. So, who do you like more? Is it Auburn? Is it Alabama? They are both sitting at 4-0 right now at the top of the SEC.
It is crazy. I mean, you look at it in Ken Palm, Auburn's 4, Alabama's 8, and you're like, who's Alabama really beaten? Right? Who have they really beaten? And I talked to Nate the other night, and he knows that. He's like, yeah, we really haven't beaten anybody big yet. He likes his team. I think if you ask Bruce, he likes his team too. I don't think either one love their team. Again, both teams are kind of built, around some mid-major transfers to some extent, transferring up and getting older. And obviously, Bruce has got a really good young freshman quasi point guard in Aiden Holloway. I don't know who I like better yet. Is that wrong to say? Like, I'm not there yet. I think it's Auburn. But again, I'm not sure yet until they go through the gauntlet, because Auburn didn't play as good a non-conference schedule. We know that. Alabama played a tougher non-conference schedule, but they just didn't win those games. So how is that going to impact them going forward now and prepare them compared to maybe Auburn, won a lot of games against some teams that honestly weren't quite as talented as what Alabama played.
Yeah, the wild thing is that the best win that either of those two teams have right now is probably at Mississippi State, which Alabama did on Saturday, or Texas A&M at home. Doug, do you have an opinion? Auburn, Alabama, who's better?
I'm gonna take. Can I tell you next Wednesday night, because I'm doing the game for radio, for Compass Radio. They play each other and I've done the game. It's the third straight year I've done the game, right? And 2 years ago, it was Auburn because they had the best player in the country, and then last year was Alabama because Alabama had the best player in the country. So this year, I'm fascinated to see it. Here's what I think.
Because neither one has a star. Neither one has a star, Doug.
Right. It's a very different makeup of their teams. Very different makeup of their teams. And I would guess, like, there was a lot of nonsense with that Alabama team last year that I know that Nate wasn't even like, this is a lot. Like, I don't know, dealing with all this stuff. I don't think Bruce had that 2 years ago, but when you have the number one player, it just, the level of attention, and you can get away from who you are. Like, both these teams are playing like their coaches really want to play. Like, Nate's really analytics driven, and that's how they play offensively. And Bruce's team, this is like a classic Auburn team where, like, they may turn it over 20 times, you don't know why, and then you look up and they win the game. It's a weird deal. But I think the big thing is, one of you guys, I think, Jeff, you kind of nailed it, which is, hey, look, until you show me you beat Mississippi State, Ole Miss, Tennessee, Kentucky, on Auburn, Alabama, one of those on the road or two of them on the road. That's who I actually think Tennessee probably wins the league, right? Because again, they have the best scorer in the league, and they're the best and most physical defensive team in the league, and they're pretty good at point guard, and they're really well coached. But again, this gets back to Tennessee's more likely to win the league. Kentucky's more likely to go on a Final Four run, because what it takes to win the league and what it takes to win the tournament are oftentimes two different things.
All right. Well, thank you for watching the Field of 68. If you've enjoyed what you've seen here, hit that like button, share this link with your friends, or check out the description for some other places that you can consume Field of 68 content.